What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Connie McMillan, also known as the Sobriety Queen. It has been a minute. I am so grateful. I've got to bring you guys up to speed on so many things. First of all, I know I look different. I didn't cut all my hair off, but it's been short for a while now. What has been going on? So, if you're watching this video for the very first time, I want to let you know that it's been a good while. I'm sorry, I just saw a deer in my backyard. Yes, I'm gonna keep this in the video. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, I had to say that. So it's been a minute since I've made a YouTube video, and that has been because I have really focused more on what's next in sobriety, right? A lot of my other videos really talk about my journey with sobriety in hopes of sharing with you how you can identify if you have struggle with alcohol abuse, use, and dependency. There's been tips as a way to help you live this life, of change, and this life of understanding that your relationship with alcohol isn't profitable. It isn't going to bring you happiness like I used to think it would. Those are the past videos. And so what I've been doing lately is really focusing on helping queens who have gained sobriety but also want to know what's next for their lives, right? So you may be saying, well, kind of, yeah, I'm still the girl who is still struggling with sobriety. I haven't maintained it. That's fine. Don't worry. I will be releasing a course soon, very soon. So you'll have an option to purchase that course, and it is a self-paced course, and it's coming soon. But for now, I want to just, again, bring you up on what has Connie been doing, what has life been like. So it is 2022. It is July 2022 to be exact. I've been mostly on my podcast, and I've even changed that. Like, things have just really changed in my life. So as I've already said, I've been working with people on what's next, but I've also been helping queens get to the root of their problems. So not so much as coaching women in sobriety anymore, but because I know that alcohol is just the tool that women are using to master pain, and men as well. So I've been really just focusing on helping people get to the root of their problem. Like, what is it? And usually it is self-esteem. And so I know that counseling really has been something that I've been loving to do, but just hasn't been licensed in doing it. I'm actually about to go back to school, guys. So I'm saying a whole lot in this video, but I just really want to break it down so that you truly understand. I will be going back to school to get my master's, but in doing so, I'm also helping queens get to the root of their problem, again, which is mostly low self-esteem. Understanding the importance of how we're viewing ourselves through the eyes of, others, your experiences from childhood, like I used to. That's a big thing, right? We are operating still from that place, not really feeling like we're worthy of who God has created us to be. So my point is, going forward, I will be helping queens get to the root. I'm really more so going to be discussing, healing the woman from the inside out. That's really what most of my videos will be about. How do we heal from the inside out? What does that look like? And how are we, showing up and even talking about those uncomfortable conversations? Like, what does that really feel like? So that's what this is really about. Understanding that, again, you're not drinking because it tastes good, because that's not why any of us drink. You're drinking because you're really masking another problem that you haven't dealt with for a very long time. So that's what I've been doing, helping queens in that area. Again, mostly on my podcast. I've also been, preparing for school, because going back to school for my master's is huge. And you guys are the first to hear this, because I haven't even shared this on my podcast. And my podcast is really where I share everything. So I figured, since I haven't been back in a while, I need to share it with you all first. So I'm super excited to be able to release that. So I am preparing for that. and it will be in mental health counseling. So it's really clinical mental health counseling. So I'm super excited because I'll be able to help a lot more queens get to the root and really, really help them unpack what the root of the problem is, so that they can live their best lives, right? So that you can become who God has called you to be. I know for me, that was the real struggle. I battled with that for years, just thinking like I wasn't enough and thinking like, I had to do this in order to feel that way, and I had to do that in order to feel that way. It was just a lot. And I'm still not saying that there aren't times that I don't have to like fight those thoughts, because I do every single day. I have to download the necessary, positivity that I need in my life. I have to do this. This is not a one-time thing and I'm good. No, it's not that. So I am constantly speaking life into myself. And I would say most importantly, it's really about who you're surrounding yourselves with. Like, that is key, because your company that you keep really has shaped who you are. We attract who we are. And so even when I was drinking, I knew that who I surrounded myself with was really a part of the problem. And because I was so focused on helping other people feel good and it made me feel good, I didn't really see it as a problem. So I had to understand through process and through healing, that kind of you're really a part of the problem. You got to understand that you want healing, you're working on yourself, you're getting the necessary support that you need, but when you get it, you also give it out so much, right? So it's like I was doing my motivational self-help and I was doing things that was filling my cup, but as soon as my cup got full, I was just giving it away. And that's not necessarily the route that I should have been taking in that time, right? I mean, I'm a natural giver, but in that space, during my drinking years, it just wasn't healthy. It just wasn't healthy. And I won't lie, sometimes I still do it. I'm such a natural giver that I'll find myself pouring into people who will feel good in what I've given, but won't do anything about it. Like they feel good in the moment, but it's like, oh, thanks, I appreciate it, but they're definitely not executing on it. So I've had to learn, who I need to surround myself with consistently. So I'm not saying like I'm a person who just doesn't, I'm not bothered with people who need support, but I definitely don't put myself in those surroundings very often because I already know who they are and what they won't do with it. So that's just something that I've had to learn on my journey. And I love that, I'm able to share that with you all, because sharing is caring, and you got to recognize your role that you play in certain situations. Otherwise, you just won't change. You won't get the transformation that you need, right? So that's what has been going on. I know I said a lot. I'm not going to make this video too long, but I just wanted you guys to, first and foremost, know that I am still here, that I haven't left, and I will be more consistent again in putting out more videos. So if you definitely still are that person who is struggling with alcohol abuse, use, and dependency, in the meantime, you can purchase my book, Alcohol Fiend to Sobriety Queen, 25 Tips to Putting Down the Bottle and Picking Up the Crown. You can get that, and it's a great resource. However, I am working on a course so that, those of you who do need the support, you want to gain sobriety at your own pace and from the comfort of your own home, and, so that you can heal that part of your life before you can get to the next part, what's next part of your life, right? I will be putting out, what that looks like for those people who haven't been sober, who've already gained sobriety. What does that next part of my journey look like? How do I manifest, what this beautiful life has to offer? That's important. And so I've been able to do so many different things, right? Become an author, a podcaster, be able to work with women one-on-one. That has been such a blessing, but I would have never gotten to that had I not healed one, heal the low self-esteem, but also heal what I was using to mask the low self-esteem problem, which was me drinking and using and abusing alcohol. You guys know that you'll never hear me say that I was an alcoholic, because that is not something that I believe in affirming. However you address yourself, you'll never hear me say, no, you shouldn't call yourself that. I do like to give people food for thought. So I do believe that, what you say, you stay, and words are very powerful. So I'll always refer to myself as a queen who, struggled with alcohol abuse, use, and dependency. So, all right, guys, listen, I'm not going to make this video long. I said I wasn't going to make it long, and I meant what I said. And I just pray that something that I've said, resonates with you. Definitely stay connected. Make sure you hit that subscriber bell so that you'll be notified every time that I put out a video. Something's on my eye. And so that you don't miss out. I'm super excited to be back. I am thankful. You see me still looking because I saw that deer was out there in my backyard. I love him though. But so listen, I'm so grateful to be back, you guys. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Later.